Hello, everyone. Good evening. Happy weekend. Good morning. Good afternoon. Depending on what part of the world you are hearing me from. All right. Thank you very much for joining me again. The 30th day of September. Whoops. The year is gradually winding down. And how's it going at your hand? I hope that the things you set out to do at the beginning of the year, I hope that you were able to do all of them, or some of them, or even one of them. So even if it is just one of them that you're able to do, or two or three, please give yourself a thumbs up. You're doing well. What matters is that you make effort, and do not forget those little efforts. At the end of the day, they're going to culminate into something that is very big. Well done. I'm cheering you on. Yeah, and thank you for joining me today. And I'd like to know if you can hear me, if I'm audible. Please let me know, let in the comment section, so that I know that I'm not just talking to myself. All right, my name is Fumi Lola Akintola Williams. I'm a teens coach. I've been working with teenagers for years now, and then by the grace of God, I run, by the grace of God, I'm the lead coach at the Informed and Reformed Teens Academy. The Informed and Reformed Teens Academy is an academy for girls where, by the grace of God, we're able to work together with girls ranging from age 8 to 18. We run them through the curriculum that we have built over the years, so that by the time they are leaving home, they are leaving for institution, they are well grounded in all of the virtues, all of the morals, all of the values that you want to inculcate in them. So do not forget, if you have a teenager from age 8, yeah, take them on. So bring them in. We have a group, we have the pre-tweens, we have the teens, and we have the young adults. So do well. Do not forget, as I keep saying, the times have gone when you say that you can parent a child by yourself on your own. It is fine if you're just parenting your child for the corners of your home, your flat, your duplex, wherever it is that you're living. But if you're preparing your child to take the center stage, the world stage, to take a place in the world, in the scheme of things, then you need a community. What will provide at the Informed and Reformed Teens Academy is that community. And then I assure you, once you enroll your girls, yeah, and then if you partner with us, it's not just about enrolling them and they'll say, okay, they said I should enroll you, I put you there, whatever it is that it is your business. No, we're going to be working together as a partnership. So the more we do that, if you work together, if we work in sync with you, by the grace of God, you're going to have that girl on your hands that you're going to be proud of. And like my coach said in the course of the week, said, look beyond the annoyance of your teen girl, look beyond the things that they do that piss you off. Mine too does pisses me off, yes. But you know what we have learned to do? That is why we are the adults. That is why we have to keep putting things in check for ourselves. So don't say, oh, that girl pisses me off, I'm not gonna do anything. Don't forget, whatever I invest and then you're gonna be meeting it even when after you're gone. So don't forget, don't deliberate it, don't think it, don't say what are they saying. Like my coach will say, she will say that we think coaches, we're not your problem. We're not the ones that you should be fighting against. The things you be fighting against is social media, the TikTok, the WhatsApp, the what else again, the Snapchat, the Instagram, the YouTube, you know, the X space. Those are the things you should be fighting, not we. We're just trying to help together to ensure that the teenagers have a bit of guidance as they transition into adulthood. So that's what we do at the intention. I'm the Informed and Reformed Teens Academy. All right. Thank you for joining me. I do not take it for granted. And I will go straight on to what we're discussing today. And what are we going to be discussing? It's another thing that's very key on my mind when it comes to teenagers. I do tell my teens. I said I usually ask them, how many of you like to walk alone? If you have 10 teenagers, 8 will tell you that they don't want to walk alone. You can check, you can just, if you're going to be observant this coming week, this school week, when you're taking your child to school, just look on the road and see if you're going to find a teenager that is walking alone. I'm not saying that you're not going to ever find, but it's very rare. What you'll see is that they are likely to walk in parks. Teenagers like to move together. They don't want to be left behind. They don't want to be left alone. And that alone is saying something about what we'll be talking about this evening: how to immunize your teenagers against what I call the PPS. And what do I mean by the PPS? I mean the people placing syndrome. Yeah, That's what we'll be talking about today. Don't say, oh, it's this is something that teenagers struggle with a lot. And that's it. These things start from now. Yeah, all these things are now progress to body modification, body alteration, enhanced surgery, boobs enhancement, this enhancement, that enhancement. All of these things are a cumulative effect of how people want to be seen, how they want to be perceived, how they want people to see them. People. So, how do you help your teenagers? How do you immunize them against the people pleasing syndrome? That's what we're going to be talking about. And don't forget, I will say that the people that tend the category that tend to fall into this more are the girls. Yes, that's why a girl wants to look her best. She wants to be sure they are. This reminds me of something I read. I think it was a WhatsApp post I read sometimes ago, and then the person said, "See, how do you want to understand women or girls or whatever it is that you want to say? That people that God gave them eyebrow and somehow they shave it off." And then they now start applying ordinary eye pens. I had a good laugh. It was funny, it was comical, but it was the truth. Girls tend to want to be accepted, approved, much more than boys. That's why you see them, they're very finicky about everything, about their appearance, how they look. They want to look a certain way, they want to dress a certain way, they want to talk in a certain way, they want to behave in a certain way and manner. Why? They want to be accepted. And if it is not it's okay. Everybody needs validation. Yes, do not misunderstand me, but validation at the expense of what you think of yourself is no longer validation. Okay, so who are the set of people that gets disturbed by this people pleasing syndrome the most? They are the girls, the teenage girls. And that's why I always say to my teen parents, please ensure you are there for your teen girl. Be there for them, be there for them, be there for them. They are contending with quite a lot at that teen stage. So they need all of the love they can get from you, all of the support, all of the encouragement that they can get. It will make their transitioning much more easier. All right. So, how to immunize your girls? How do you? Okay, I don't mean girls now. I mean your teenagers generally. How do you immunize them against this people pleasing syndrome? And don't forget what I told you. It starts softly, it starts gradually, and then it now progresses to something that people live for other people's validation, other people's opinion, other people's thoughts. And sometimes these thoughts are not thoughts that has anything to do with what these young ones have been called to do. So, how do you immunize your teenagers? So, when I say immunization, of course, I don't mean that you're going to. Of course, I know you know what I'm saying. It's not like you're going to get a vaccine and then you start. No, what I mean is that how do you fortify them? How do you brace them against this syndrome, because it is a syndrome, so that they're not so swayed by whatever it is that everybody is saying or everybody is doing. How do you immunize them against people pleasing syndrome? And please, if you can hear me, I'd like to know in the comment section that you can hear me. All right, number one, you have to let them know what people pleasing is. Yeah, there's a place of wanting to be accepted. Then there's a place of being accepted at the cost of personal dissatisfaction to oneself. So you need to let your teenagers know, what does people pleasing mean? What are the signs of people? What are the signs of a people pleaser? People that people walk all over them. They can be vulnerable. They want everybody's opinion about them to be the best. They just they can't they can't have an opinion outside of what other people have said. So you have to let the teenagers know, because you know what? Everybody, each and every one of us. I used to be like that. I wanted everybody to like me. I wanted everybody to just, and when I realized I was causing a lot of heartache, I had to just take a step back and look at it again and be like, oh, okay, for me, how do we make this better? So don't even go saying my daughter can't be bothered by that, or my son. No, all of it, because well, it's a normal human reaction. God has made us for us to interrelate. So it's normal for you to want people's opinion of it to be okay. But what we're saying is that there has to be a gauge to it. By the time when everything you do, rather, it's about what people say, it's about what they do, it's about how they see you, how they view you. It's about everything is people, people, people. Then it becomes a malaise, and then you need to let them know what is people pleasing. Some people, when people give opinion about them, and then the whole day is messed up. When people say something about them, and then it doesn't matter whether it is true, whether it's not true, and what is this one thinking about me. You have to let them understand these things. These are all signs of people pleasing. When everything you do is centered on people, what will people say? What will people do? What will people this? What will people that? That is people pleasing. And see, if you have been around for a while, you will know that all these people that you keep bothering about, that you keep worrying your head about, they don't even care. But here you are, dying for their opinion, dying for their opinion. And when they say something or they do something, it begins to affect you in such a way that it shuts down every of your productivity. So you have to let your teenagers understand this. What does it mean to be a people pleaser? People pleasing is the tendency to want to do everything based on what people say, their validation, their opinion, what they think, what they feel, what they know, everything. And don't forget, everybody wants to have an opinion about everybody's life. So your teenagers are going to go through this too. And don't forget, this is the state that peer pressure is more paramount. So of course, they want to feel among, they want to feel accepted, they want to feel liked, everything. Why? They're just trying to find their individuality. They're just trying to find their fit. They're not there yet. So it is normal. But you have to let them know. There's a place where you draw the line. You have to let them know what people pleasing is. If it means you have to sit them down, if you find and have the conversation with them, please kindly have the conversation with them so that when they are going overboard, they're going to know. And then they're going to just take a pause and take a step back and be like, hey, what am I doing to myself? So please, their parents, let them know what people pleasing is. Try something to teenagers. Once you make them understand what it is, they're able to now, process their thought around it such that it doesn't have so much weight over them again. There's something about knowledge, it liberates. Or is it liberate, whichever it is, okay? So once we have knowledge and once they this is what it means. Do you mean they are trying too hard? That's another way to put it. Let them know when they are trying too hard, they're trying too hard to be seen, to be noticed, to be this. Those are all signs of people pleasing. When they let people walk over them, talk over them, say things they don't like, they don't comment, all of those things, they are numerous. So if it means you have to sit them down, have the conversation with them, please let them know what people pleasing really is. That's number one way to go about immunizing them against the people pleasing syndrome. The next thing you want to do as a teen parent is you have to let them understand that the differences in human beings. This is another thing you have to let them know. You have to let them know that see, God created a whole sea of humans. Everywhere there are people. So, and as there are people, as there are so many people on the face of the earth, that we have different people, different opinion, different thoughts. Please begin to have these conversations with them now. You might not know it, but what you're doing is that you are insulating them against that time when somebody's opinion is not going to define who it is that they are or whatever it is that their actions are. So let them understand that there are different, that there are differences in human beings. People are different. People think differently. People walk differently. People see differently. People perceive things differently. So please begin to have these conversations with them. Let them know so that they don't assume that the moment somebody is different from them, or the moment somebody's opinion is different from what they believe, something's the matter with them. Let them just understand it. People are different. We are all different. That's why even the people that have analyzed temperaments, they will tell you all sort of people, all sort of temperaments. They will tell you that some people are a blend of this and that, and a blend of this and this. All of those things. Let them know that people are different. So if you have, for example, you can break it down in a way they will understand. If they have 10 friends, please let them understand that those 10 friends are 10 different people with 10 different mindsets, 10 different ideologies. Everything is different. So imagine if it's 100, imagine if it's 1,000, if it's 2,000. So let it begin to have those conversations with them that see people are different. You have to settle this within yourself. You have to understand this within yourself. And when they grow that way, they are able to tolerate contrary opinions without feeling so terrible about it, especially when it is not who they are really. So let them understand the differences in human beings. You will see the ones that will encourage, you see the ones that will criticize, you see the one that will cheer you on, you see the one that all manner. And as they grow them know, as they go on in their journey in life, they're gonna meet all manner of people. So when they begin to have this understanding, it begins to sit in their spirit that okay, you know what? Everybody can be like me, everybody can talk like me, everybody can like me. It is not pride, it is just accepting what it is. It is just, it's an acceptance of a life fact. That is just it. So let them have this understanding. Let them understand the differences in human beings. People are different. People do all sort of things. And who knows? You never know the kind of food they're going to come across. But if you have prepared their mind, before then, that this is it, everybody can't be like you. So, and then the way as they're different, that is how their opinions will differ. That is how their life views, their life orientation is going to differ. So have these conversations with your teenagers. As you're doing this, you are helping them. You are gradually building them. You are building their resistance towards that tendency to want to please everyone. So the next thing to do to immunize your teenager against the people pleasing syndrome is let them speak up to you or say no to you. I know that some of us, this is where we would have issues. But you know what? If your child does not say no to you at home, he's going to have a challenge saying it to his friends when he goes out there. As a matter of fact, I can't count the number of times that my daughter says no to me more than yes. Initially when I started on my journey, it used to do me somehow, like, 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 what is this? We didn't dare say that to our parents, but the fact remains that times have changed. Hello, hello, thank you. I can see you. Thank you very much. Yes, this is where you start from. Let them say no to you. It doesn't mean that they are disrespectful. It doesn't mean that they are rude. It just means that they have an opinion. That is what it means. As young as they have an opinion. So the moment you shut them down, you know what you are doing? You are enhancing that people pleasing something. So that the next time somebody tells them, shut them down the next day, they say, okay, they shut me down at home, so it's no problem. We have to learn how to ask. This is hard. I'm not going to even lie to you. The rate at which my daughter says no to me, of course, no with a reason. So when they say, for example, you give an instruction. I'm just trying to give an instruction that, okay, you know what, please do this. And they say, no, mommy, please could I? That's an opinion. But don't go ballistic and start, flying all over the place. That's not going to help you. And don't forget the way teenagers behave, okay? The way they understand their environment starts from the home. So now this is the flip side. For a teenager that you're not allowing to say no to you, they don't have to be, it doesn't mean that they're disrespectful. No, please. It simply means that they have an opinion. Except you are saying that your child is not a human being and is not entitled to an opinion. That's when you let that. So I know it will irk us. It does irk me when my daughter tells me no. But I just learn to still, I learn to, that's the place of managing your emotions that we're talking about. And you can be like, okay, why did you say no? You'll be surprised that there'll be something sensible in what she has to say. Because you know what? You have to make up your mind that your teenager or your pre-tween doesn't deliberately set out to annoy you, to make you mad or something. No, they don't. That's not their intention. It may happen, it may feel so to you. That is you receiving it. But in their hearts, that's not what they mean to do. So another way is let them, in short, see, this is the flip side, okay? For a child that doesn't say no to you at home, when it goes outside there and then they say all sort of things, she just wants, because she wants the acceptance so bad, is going to agree to everything that they say, whether it's right, whether it's not right, whether it's correct, whether it's not correct. That's the danger. But if she's used to saying no to you, when she's used to differing with you, the fact that your child differs with you on a matter does not mean that your child is disrespectful. No, As a matter of fact, your child can still say, yes, ma, yes, ma, yes, ma, and go contrary to what it is that you have said. I hope you know. But a child that you are letting him or him himself or herself say express his mind, you are letting that child know that his opinion matters. So now think about it. When your child feels that his opinion matters, do you think that he will not take so seriously the opinion of other people, knowing that it doesn't matter? I don't know whether you get it. That is the flip side of it. So today, if he does your body somehow, please go and start getting used to it. Some of us, we are learning to get used to these things. Yeah, they tell us no. Oh, I received no. I received no. Mommy, please, okay, I'll wash my plate, but let me finish. So don't you're not raising a zombie. You're raising a human being. So I'm sure even you, it's not every time that you felt like doing something. It's not every time that you wanted to do something that you did it. So cut them some slack. Let them say no to you. What you're doing, you don't know it, but you're building their resistance against that syndrome. That's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. But you don't know. It's until a conversation comes up. It's until a conversation comes up somewhere and they are able to hold their ground. Okay, Blessing says, seriously, even with these toddlers, when they say no or do something, it's reasonable. Only if you can be patient or calm with them. Listen to them and hear or see what they are. That's true. Someone says, let your children say no to. Yeah, that's it. That is it. That is just it. You will not know what you are doing, but you're helping them such that when they find themselves in a situation or when the urge to want to be liked at all costs comes, they're gonna step back and be like, "Hey, come on, what is it?" For example, they're having an argument with their friends now, and everybody is saying yes, 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 but really they feel no. But because they are used to saying that to you at home, it's not new to them. They can say, "Okay, no, 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 I don't agree with you." For example, this thing about it's just an example. Girls say, if you are still a virgin at the time you leave secondary school, you are old school, you are old fashioned, you are this, you are that. And your child is saying, she's checking that thing in reservoir. And she say no, no. So it's not gonna matter whether they all like her at that instance. I don't know whether you get. That is when you have won. From the house, it now becomes something that is so it has become an integral part of her, such that she's able to hold her own without looking, without like, should I, she's not altering between two opinions. Let me put it that way. She's not altering between two opinions. So, exactly, exactly. You don't have to agree with me. You should have your opinion. Yes. Yeah, as a matter of fact, we should be careful to raise robots that says yes to everything that we say. We're not raising robots. We're raising people who's gonna think, people who's gonna make decisions, who's gonna think through their process. So it's only when you're raising robots, you're raising, it's either my way or the highway. Of course, we know that that's not gonna work. So this is where your no comes in. This is where they can disagree with you. If they disagree with you in your house, when they go outside, when something is wrong, when something doesn't feel okay, they're going to disagree. So it's not going to jump on them. But if you keep shushing them in their house, as a matter of fact, I tell my young one, I say, I hope that the rate at which you say no to me at home, I hope that you do it outside 50%. Because if you do that, I'll be rest assured. So that is it. So don't get angry, don't get offended. They are human beings, they have opinions. So when you do this, what you're doing is that you are building their immune system against this ability, this tendency to want to please people at all costs. All right, let's move on along. And if you're learning something, please, I like you to share your learnings in the comment section. All right. So the next way to immunize your teenagers, let them know the impossibility of doing what everyone wants. It's gonna drain them. We've been adult enough to know that it's going to drain them. It is not possible. Imagine you have 10 friends and the 10 friends have 10 opinions and then you want to follow the 10. You're going to kill yourself. Let your teenagers know this, that it is impossible. It is practically impossible to do what everyone wants. And it doesn't mean that they are rebellious. No. They're just trying to find their feet. They're just trying to understand themselves. So let them know that even me as your parent, I can't do, you can't do everything that I want. So let them know it is not possible. It's not possible. It's not possible to do what everyone wants. It's gonna be so burdensome. Of course, we know that. Let the teenagers know the impossibility of doing what everyone wants. Let them know. So it's okay. It's perfectly fine. It's perfectly okay. They have to you have to understand. You see, this is it. If you're not having this conversation, you don't forget. These kids they come to us tabula rasa, empty. So it is what to put in them. That's what they're going to dish out later. So let them know it's not pride. No, no, it is not pride. You're just trying to let them understand how the human system works. You think of it for yourself. Is it not draining? And is that not why? These things I will talk about now, if we refuse to make those amendments now, if we refuse to correct those errors now, it will go and tell later. Some people have found themselves in situations that it's because of people said this, people said that, people and I now did this. Not what they wanted to do. Not what they wanted to do. I have had such experiences. I can't even begin to count how many experiences I've had. Yes, I told you earlier, I used to be a people pleaser. But now I know not everyone can like me. It's not possible. It's not possible. Yes, it applies to other people. Yeah. All of us, we have made our mistakes from what will people say? What will people do? Hey, people. And we end up not doing nothing. So let your teenagers know that it's not possible to do what everyone wants. And it's perfectly okay. It's okay. And I will tell you as we go on, I'm going to tell you why it's okay not to do what everybody wants. So the next thing we need to teach our teenagers to insulate them, to immunize them against this people pleasing syndrome. Let them be well settled and comfortable in their uniqueness. I mean, this is the best gift you're going to give your child. Let them be so you want to help them do that, because don't forget you are raising them for the world. You're not raising them for your home. Don't raise lily livered children. Don't raise children that can't stand up and speak. Let me tell you what happened to the coaching academy. I am a coach. Yeah, I work with teenagers, but I don't even coach my own child. She has her own coach. So the academy that she is, so their coach sent a message that an 11-year, is it a or an whichever, is it an 11 or a 11-year-old girl died? Come on, died 11, yeah, died young, Canada, and then she died, and then parents were just talking, and then I was watching the memorial service in her honor, and then the teachers were talking, and one thing that they said, that all of them said that struck me, was that this girl was confident. She was going to say to you her mind. You don't have to say it in a disrespectful manner. Please, can we stop equating confidence with disrespect, especially in Africa? Can we stop already? So please help your teenagers, help your pre-tweens to be well settled and comfortable in their uniqueness. See, there is something that this thing, it changed the tide for them. Let them know that they are accepted just the way they are, and then you begin to work on whatever it is that you see. So don't shush them, because if you shush them, they're going to be looking for that validation so bad, and it will mess up their journey. So let them know it's okay. Let them be well settled. Let them be comfortable in their uniqueness. So if they are unique, it's fine. In short, don't forget that you're not raising everybody together. Everybody's journey is different. So let them know. So don't let them feel weird. For example, if your child says, for example, I am serious about it. For example, your child comes to say, Mommy, I want to be an artist. I'm just saying, for example. And then our friend says, what kind of whack thing is that? I want to be this, I want to be that. Let them know it's okay. If that's what you want to do, of course, then you pump in all of the support. So that's what to do. Let them know that it's okay to be unique. As a matter of fact, I keep telling my guests, you're not called to just be the same as every one of them. You're not called to just do the same things. You're called out. You're separated. That's what I say to her. It doesn't matter whether it's not looking like it right now, but can you be telling them already that it's okay to be different? It's okay not to have a boyfriend in secondary school. It's okay. Can you let them know? It's okay. It's cool. It's perfect. Let them know. Let them be confident in that their uniqueness. Let them. I used to tell my. There's something I tell my teenagers. I say, you know what? Is it not better that you're just going, you're sashaying, and nobody's there saying, oh, that girl, that girl, oh, that girl. Isn't that better? So that they're not pressured unnecessarily. They're not pressured into doing the wrong stuff so early. So let them know. Let them be well settled. Let them be comfortable in their uniqueness. So if they're going to be calling them what's the word now? They're not they're going to be saying to them that, oh, you don't know what's up, you don't know what's going on. It's fine not to know what's going on. I prefer that. My coach was talking the other time, and then one of the girls, her own child is in secondary school, and then she said one of the girls, secondary school girls, they were having a conversation, and then they said that, you know what, if you don't start your period, if you don't start having sex now, your period will be late, and then this and then, and they were just young girls, 13-year-old, 13-year-old. They were having the conversations, and the girls said, no, that's not correct. That's not true. You know why she was able to have that confidence? Because her parents had taught her. Let them be confident in their uniqueness. Let them wear it as a badge of honor. I'm unique, I'm different. I don't want to be like the rest of you. Please let them know that it is okay. The more you are doing that, do you know what you're doing? You don't know, but you're building, you're firing your teenagers up to stand against this people pleasing syndrome. Why do girls do the things that they do? Why? They want to be accepted. They want to be liked. They want, wow, and then the pressure is just so much. So, dear teen parents, let your teenager be well settled and comfortable in their uniqueness. The next thing to do to immunize them against this is let them be loved in their language. Hi, I can't say this enough. See, this past couple of months, if it were by what's going on, blah, 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 a lot of us will not take any action. But because you know that time is not waiting, and to shepherd a destiny, you need time. So you will not say because it's of how it's doing you. I don't feel like you don't have to feel like it. Love your child in your child's language. Let that tank be full. I don't know how else to say it. See, you will not know. What the difference is going to make is that it's going to make them so well grounded that they don't need any external. And why have you asked yourself, why must you like me? Why must I must live for your praise, I must live for your whatever it is? Why? Love is a lack of love. Simple. Go and check it. Those girls have done things. Oh, I want my boyfriend to this, I want this to that. Why? It's a cry for love. People pleasing is a cry for love. People pleasing. So please love your child. No one can love your child as much as you. Does your child know that you love him? Does your teen know that you love her? Is she receiving love in the way she wants to receive it? We have talked about that at length. You can go back to past videos in case you have forgotten how you can love your child, whether spending time, whether buying gifts, whether word of affirmation, whether touching, whether act of service. There's a book, The 5 Love Languages of Children. You can pick it up, you can read it. So it's not about, oh, I love my child, she should know. Is she a magician? How does my child want to be loved? And I told us how to know that. How does she show you love? If your child hugs you every time, you should know that that's her love language. She wants physical touch. If she does things for you in the house, mommy, I've cleaned your shoe, I've done that, this, that. That is act of service. That's how she wants to be loved. You will know it's very simple. Just that we don't take note of these things. Parents, we don't take note, and we need to take notes. Love your child in your child's language. And then fill that love tank. The more you are doing that, the more you are reducing the need for this people pleasing syndrome that we're talking about. Let's go on because of our time. So I said, let them be loved in their language and their love tank always full. I said, let them understand the difference between perfection and excellence. Let them know. There's perfection, there's excellence. Excellence is pouring your everything into what you're doing. Everything you're doing part time, pour your best into it. Perfection is that, oh, nothing must go amiss. Who says? Who says nothing must go amiss? Some things won't go according to plan. It's fine. And it's fine. And it's fine. So please, Let them know the difference between perfection. We're on a journey to excellence. That means everything they're doing part time, as long as that's their best, but at that time, it's fine. It's very okay. So please teach them these things. So that when somebody is telling them that, oh, look at you, your hair is not so something. It's fine. Is that the best hair I can carry at that time? It's okay. So it's not perfection, it's excellence. Excellence is giving your best part time. So can we begin to teach these things? I tell my daughter, I say, you know what? Everywhere you get to, make it better than you met it. That's my definition about life. So it doesn't mean that if you now say, at the end of the day, you now say, oh, it wasn't perfect. It's okay. But is it excellent? Yes. Did I do my best? Yes. Did I pour my heart? Yes. These are the conversations. These are the conversations. Let them understand there's a difference. Because this perfection of a thing. So what's going to happen when they don't attain it? What's going to happen? What's going to happen? What's going to happen when they have friends? When they have friends that feels that they have to be in a certain way for them to be accepted. They have to talk in a certain manner for them to be accepted. They have to be this. I tell my daughter, and I add it from my coach. She said, you know what? If you're in a place where they keep telling you, giving you rules, how to be, how to talk, how to do, how to be, please move. You're not a tree. You're not a tree. Teach them it's okay to move. It's okay to move from faults that they want to constrain them to a certain how to talk, how to behave, when to date, all those things. Begin to have those conversations with them. It's okay. There's a difference. Excellence is what matters. Strive for excellence. Strive for excellence. Strive for excellence. And if that's driven into them, they're not going to feel the need to, I must be this way. See what has happened to us in Nigeria today. Everybody wants to be a certain shape. Everybody wants to be a certain way. People pleasing, that is it. It has no two names. So that why I can be accepted, I can be loved. To the point that people now do all sort of things to make themselves fit into that conformity when we are told not to even conform. We're told not to conform. We're not called for conformity. We're called to be separate. So this needs to want to be perfect in the eyes of, perfect, brilliant. Let them know that what they should strive at every point in time is excellence. And you know what? Let me tell you the flip side. See, the more you strive for excellence, the more perfect you become. It's a journey. It's a journey. So what is the rush? What is the headache about? What is the headache about? So please let them know. The more you strive for excellence, you will be perfect. It will just flow. For example, this thing that we're doing. For example, give your child, give her, it's just an example, okay? Give her a speech to deliver. Let her do it today. Let her do it tomorrow. Let her do it next day. Let her do it upper day. Come and see, judge for yourself. You will see the progression. It's just normal. So they don't have to fit in. What am I trying to say is that they don't have to fit into a certain expectation. Because really, everybody has an expectation. So how many of those are they going to feel? Those are too big shoes for teenagers to wear. And that's why teenagers fall into depression. That's why they self-harm. And that's why if a child is chubby, everybody is saying, all the things that we say out of ignorance. All the things that we say. Let them know there's a difference between perfection and excellence. And what they should strive for is excellence. Because the more they strive for excellence, they are tending towards that perfection. And don't forget, these are teenagers that are not fully developed. Part-time, don't forget these things. That is why we have to deliberately and intentionally do these things for them. You have to. It's your job. It's your job. So that you don't have a depressed teenager on your hands. You don't want to be in that situation with their parents. You don't want to be in a situation where the only thing your teenager thinks of is what they think of me. She won't move. He won't move. He'll just be there. People will walk over them. People will take them for granted. Because it's not, and you've been hard enough to know these things. When people know that, this is it, you want to put it at all costs, then they do all sort of things to you. Because they know why? They know that you want to please them. The more you want to please them, the more they become impossible to please. So teach them these things. Teach them. Let them know what people pleasing is. Let them know. The moment they start, you don't have to struggle too hard. You don't have to try too hard. So they want you to struggle too hard. Let them understand that the differences in human beings. Let them learn to speak up to you and say no to you. It is not disrespectful. Let them know the impossibility of doing what everybody wants. It is not possible. They cannot please everybody. Let them be well settled and comfortable in their uniqueness. Let them be loved in their language, and their love can always full. This is very important, especially if you are parenting a girl. If the love tank of a girl is not full, she will look for that love somewhere. Yeah. And the places that she will look for it, even you'll be afraid. You don't want to get there. And that's why they say, oh, my boyfriend, this is how my boyfriend likes my hair. These are my, and when I hear things like that, I say, where are the parents of these girls? Where are they? People pleasing. And then the boyfriend or whatever it is that they call it subjects them to certain lifestyle because she wants to be accepted at all costs. Why? Because there's a gap somewhere. There's a gap somewhere. So let them understand between the difference between perfection and excellence. So it's not about perfection, it's about excellence. And the more they journey for excellence, the more perfect they will become. That's how to help your teenager. That's how to immunize them against these people pleasing. Because you know what? These things, if you don't address them now, they grow into hydra-headed monsters. They grow into something that we can't deal with. Have you heard of self-harming? Have you heard teenagers harming themselves? We're going to have one of the sessions to talk about it. Yes, harming themselves. I have seen cutting themselves. Why? Have you wondered why? Have you wondered why? The next thing we're talking about, let them know it is burdensome for everyone to approve of you. It's burdensome. It's burdensome. It's a big burden. Everybody approve of you. How do you want to do it? Are you God? Even God, people still, call him out. How much more us? It's body. As a matter of fact, it's there in the Bible. It says, woe unto you if everybody speaks good of you. So please, can you let them begin to know these things from now? Not everyone. And it doesn't matter. Anybody can fall into that category of anyone. It's a burden. It's a burden. They don't need it on their tender and slim shoulders. They don't need it. It's too burdensome. So, do you know what? Imagine a teenager, a young person growing up with the mentality that, okay, I'll just do my bits, but not everyone is going to like me. I mean, that's liberating. So if you like me, it's fine. You don't like me, it's also okay. I got nothing to prove. I got nothing to worry my head over. Let them know it is too burdensome. Because how many people are they going to meet in this life? They'll meet co-workers, they'll meet friends, they'll get married, they'll have wives, they'll have husbands, they'll have people that they will deal with in extended families. So you won't come on, what are you talking about? As a matter of fact, if everybody likes your child, everybody likes the child, you're not doing anything. Yeah. She's not ice cream, for God's sake. Yes. She's not ice cream. Yes, excellence, not perfection. Let them strive for excellence, not perfection. So let them know. Let them know that it's too burdensome. It is too weary. It's wearying. It wearies you. Some of us have been there. That's why we're saying, let's begin to address these things now. It's burdensome for everyone to approve of you. Everyone, you want to be in everybody's good books. Please, how do you want to do it? Tell me. How do you want to do it? How? How? You can't be in everybody's good. It's not possible. You can't. How do you want to do it? People, everybody, different opinions, different background, different orientation, different thinking, different mindsets, different temperaments. And then you want to be in all of their good, you just die. Or at best, you live a miserable life. So please let them know that it's okay. It's a burden. You know what you have to teach them, okay? They just have to know how to manage people. That's all. That's all. And that's where, how would they begin to marry the people? They have to know themselves, know their own strengths, know their weakness, be comfortable in their strengths, work on their weakness, and begin. Is when they have done that, they begin to work. They're able to give allowances for other people. These are the things you must teach them before they leave your house, so that you don't have a problem on your hands when your child can't even move or make a decision or take a decision without thinking of what will this say, what will that say, what will happen, what will they say, what will they hear. They will always say, they will always hear. So begin to prepare them. And don't forget, I said that the world is waiting. The world is waiting. It's waiting to see, to test them. The opinion, see, then in the scriptures, you say, for how long are you going to alter between opinions? For how long? Opinions will keep coming. How you should live your life. See now, see opinions everywhere. See opinions everywhere. Gay, by gender, transgender, hetero, all manners of opinion everywhere. So for how long are they going to alter? For how long will they alter? It's burdensome. Don't you know why I keep stressing these things? Some of us, we have found ourselves in that situation, and it's not funny. So can we begin to correct it in the ones that are coming? Can we correct that? So that as your teenager is going to a particular place, she knows already, and she's perfectly okay with it. Do you know what that does? That builds confidence like nothing. She knows that I'm comfortable in my skin. I'm okay the way I am. What I know is sufficient for now. And not everybody will agree with it. And it is okay. So please let them know it's burdensome. You can't please everyone. So once they know that, once they have a friend that keeps being on their neck, they know how to remove themselves from that kind of person. So that when they now find a bigger issue in the future, they're not bothered. Don't forget, the idea is to achieve a mind shift. Don't forget, that's your aim about your child, to achieve a mind shift. What's she gonna think per time? That is your aim. So let them know that it's burdensome for everyone to approve of them. Because you know what? The problem there is that you don't want to fall that standard. Oh, everybody likes me, so they must continue to like me, even when you are displeasing yourself. And that is why we have a lot of people that you keep wondering, she's nice. So, she was nice. What happened to her? People choked her. People choked her, or people choked him. It's a burden. It's a burden, isn't it? Now, what is the antidote to that? Okay, the next thing is that let them build their character. Let your child build character. Let him be kind. Let him be honest. Let him be polite. Let him be cautious. Let him have vision. I don't know how to say this. Let your child build character. He won't build it by himself. You will help him to build the character. That's what matters in life. Not opinions. Not opinions. Not opinions. Not people pleasing. Let them build character. Character. Gone for that. Aim for that. At all costs. Whatever you do, please gone for that character. Because you know what? When everything is gone, when all of those people, when all of those people have said, "Oh, she's like that," "Oh, it's like that," that character will still stand. Let them build character. Let them watch you build your own. Let them watch you build your own character. Then, as they watch you build your own, they are building their own, and then you are removing that selfishness. You are putting love there. You are removing that nonchalant attitude. You are putting carefulness there. You are removing this one. You are putting kindness there. Kindness, kindness, kindness. Build character in your teenagers. Build character in them. Build honor. Build respect. Build love. Build giving. A child that has all of these things is not going to bother what anybody says. It's just going to flow, because you know what? It doesn't change. That's who the person is. So it doesn't matter if they say, "Oh, she's doing her service." It doesn't matter. Or, "Oh, she's arrogant." It doesn't matter. Build character. So if you see a character deficit in your child, don't shout, don't scream. No. You see a character deficit, just work on it. Work on it. How? Yourself first, before you transfer it to her. See a child that's not considerate, begin to teach how to be considerate. Can you get that for your brother? Can you get this for your sister? Can you get me a cup of water? Begin to teach that gradually. Build character. You know what? Once you're done doing that, ha yeah, yeah. Once you're done doing that, when you're not there, when the pressure comes like this, be like us, confirm to us, confirm with us, confirm by us. When it comes, you know why? That character is there. That character is there. Build character. Build character is very important. When you build character in your child, when she finds herself in a strange environment, that character is speaking. So when the girls are trying to, everybody's trying to, you know what, choke her into doing what is wrong, she's because she would naturally not conform. Why? Something is there telling her, no, I'm more than that. Don't forget, your work as a parent is for your teenager part time. Somebody shared an experience. She has a 17-year-old boy, and then he wanted to go into IT and all of that. And he started surfing the web for companies that will take him up. And then he got an offer, and the offer was, okay, we're going to train you, we're going to send you abroad, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, this. But you have to come and say you are. This is an experience that a parent in the parenting community where I am shared. I lie not in God. A child is 17. 17. Higher. And the women they told the boy that, okay, but we'll do all of these things for you, provided that you become gay. The boy knew that it wasn't for him. That's the end of it. If the boy is not thinking, should I not? And then they are saying everybody's going to the party, and because your child wants to feel among, wants to let them like her, she has to go for the party. That's mental weakness. Don't do that to your teenager. Don't raise a mentally weak child. Don't. Because why? They will make messy choices, and the consequences will haunt them. Build their character. Hi. Parents, we have work to do. Because you know what? If you don't build this character, everything they bring to your child, because she wants to be accepted, because he wants to be liked, he will keep accepting it until he can no longer find himself. Until he can no longer find himself. Build character. Let them know who they are. Everybody is doing it does not mean that you should do it. Build character. Build character. Build character. If you notice a character deficit right now, that means if you notice something that your teenager is doing, or you're pretending that you don't like, begin to look for, and you now think, okay, how do I pass my message? How do I sell my message to my child? That's what you work on. Because if you don't, when they hunt her, she will fall. When they hunt him, he will fall. That 17-year-old just knew automatically that this is not for me. He didn't even tell his parents because his character was formed already. That is what you want to achieve. When I had the test, I say, Father, Lord. So this thing is not play. It's not play. It's not play. For how long will your child people please? For how long will she do everything according to what they want? For how long? And the last thing we'll talk about tonight. Let them know that while people pleasing, destiny and purpose slips by. Yeah. Let them know. While you are trying to please everybody, do this for this, do that for that, your destiny, your purpose is slipping by. Because you were never called to be a people pleaser. No, you were never. Your child was never called to be. Your child was created for a purpose. Was created for a reason. So the moment you are people pleasing, that destiny, that purpose, it slips by. Let them know from now. As young as they're not too young. They are not too young. Let them know that on the altar of people pleasing, destiny, purpose slips by, just goes by. They don't even know. They're going to be lost. Have you seen lost teenagers? I was in the teen mentors group that I am. Our lead coach shared some. How old are you? 14. How old are you? 17. How old are you? 18. What were you doing at the party? I don't know. Who invited you? I don't know. These are experiences of teenagers. So when we say these things, we know what we are saying. Teen mentors, teen coaches are not your problems. Your problems are the things that is coming after our children. We all have children. Things are coming after them. So let them understand. Lost teenagers, so many, they have no clue. They have no idea of why they are here or what they are doing. They are lost. On the altar of I want to be, I want to feel among. I don't want to be alone. Ooh, come on. On the altar of people pleasing, that's the last one we're talking about. On the altar of people pleasing, destiny, purpose, they slip by. They just go. When we are trying to please that friend, where you're trying to be like that friend, or that this, or that, then you lose your originality. Then your sense, your essence, your being, you lose it. You lose it. You lose it. So please let them know. It's okay. You want to be a people pleaser, you want to be licking house, it's okay. But while you are doing that, do you know that purpose is sleeping by you? And I was having a conversation with the other day. I said, I want you to come and tell me, why do you think, why? They're never too young to have these conversations with them. No. What you are doing, you are trying to rearrange their mind in a certain way so that they don't behave, so that they don't think like every other person. So let them know. Let them know that on that altar of people. And do you know what? Do you know what? The misery of it is that they can't even now achieve it. Because human by nature, you can't ever please us. That's why, oh, I want a rapport. The moment you have a rapport, you want something else. Our wants are insatiable. So you want a human, you want another human being to keep conforming to what is that not even witchcraft? So if it means that they're going to walk alone, let them know that it's okay to walk alone. Let them know. Because you know what? On this altar of people pleasing, I want them to like me. I want to be like this. I want to be like that. Like my friends, like my friends, like my this, like my that. They're going to lose their individuality. They're going to lose their originality. They're going to lose the essence of what makes them who it is that God has called them. They're going to lose it on the altar of people pleasing. And those people, they still will not be pleased. So let them know. Let them know when they have friends that talk them down, they have friends that they cannot be vulnerable with, they have friends that they have to keep walking on eggshells around. Those are all attitudes of people pleasing. Let them know, let them jettison those kind of lifestyle. I've talked about so many things. Let them know what people pleasing is. Don't assume that they know. So that when they are doing it or you see the traits, somebody can call them to order. Let them know what people pleasing is. Let them understand that the differences in human beings. Let them speak up to you. Let them say no to you. It will not kill you. It is pride that makes us, every African parents, it is pride that makes us, that pops us up when our kids say no to us. It's pride. Just isn't the pride. Don't need the pride. Let them know the impossibility of doing what everybody wants. Let them be well grounded and comfortable in their uniqueness. So it's okay. It's okay not to have a boyfriend for now. I'm just using that as an example because girls struggle more. Most girls have gotten this virgin because their friends got this virgin. And so that their friends can like them too. They followed. Most girls have followed their friends to pass. You know these things, their parents, let's not pretend. Oh, I don't want to go to the party. But so that they will not say I'm SU. Please let them say you're SU. And then they got to the party and then they got drugged, they got raped. Why? People pleasing, mental weakness. Don't raise a child that is mentally weak. Don't. Let them know. Let them be comfortable. Let them be settled in their uniqueness. Let them be loved in their language. Mothers and fathers of parents, I'm shouting it again. Love your child in your child's language. How does she want to be loved? And their tank, let it be always full. Let them understand the difference between the perfection and excellence. The journey is for what? The journey is for excellence. And in that excellence, they're going to attain the perfection. So I don't have to conform to a certain standard. So let them know it is burdensome for everyone to like them. It's a burden. Everybody cannot like you. It's not possible. It's not possible. Everybody cannot approve of you. Let them build their character. Dear parents, please, let's begin to build this character. You notice a flaw, begin to work on it. You notice a defect, and that's why we have time. We have 18 years. If your child is 10, you have 8 more years. If your child is 8, you have 10 more years. If your child is 14, you have 4 more years. If your child is 16, you still have 2 years. Please, can you work in that time that you have left? Build their character. Character. That's what will give them the mental toughness to be able to say no to what they should say no to. Build their character. Then finally, let them know that while people pleasing, destiny and purpose slips by. It goes. They are lost. Dear parents, I lie not in God. There are so many lost young people. Can we make a difference? Can we make a difference? That's what I am encouraged. Yeah, I have to let you know. Thank you. I am grateful. I don't take it for granted. I see Salmat, I see Blessing. Okay, who else do I see? Okay, I'm not seeing some names now. Thank you very much for everyone that's joined me. I am grateful. I don't take it for granted. Don't forget, we run a Teens Academy for girls called the Informed and Reformed Teens Academy. We are informed. We are Twitter. You see us as Twitter on YouTube, on Instagram, on Facebook. Like us, share us, talk to your friends about us. Okay, let's do this community thing together. You can't raise your child by yourself. You can't anymore. You can't. Those times have gone. I am not raising my own alone. I am not. The times have gone. Up in fasten yourself to this chariot. Thank you for coming. For every time you come, I don't take it for granted. And I hope that you have learned a thing or two. And like I like to say, if it is just one thing that you run with, if it is just one thing, you will know that you're doing the work. It's better than just hearing all of these things and then doing nothing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time. I am grateful. Have a good evening or good afternoon from wherever it is. And don't forget, you can always catch replay using the same link that I used to access this. Thank you for your time and bye.